Welcome, welcome. Um, Good afternoon. We're getting into it. Um, we're gonna be trading the afternoon session here. Risking 80 apples to make 20. Start time is 12:55. All right, we're trying to make 20 here. Doing our best. All right. We can load up that 15-16 5-minute holding zone from the morning session. Just absolutely rained down, didn't it? And that really worked. I don't even know how far it went. I mean, looks like 12 to 1 is there. 11.5 to 1. I'm going to be done with that. 15-16 done. Where are you at? There you are. Okay, cool. All right, that's it for that one. All right, so now we're pretty much clean. On the daily chart, it's looking like a comeback bar. Not quite, because it didn't. Because it does have a bottom tail. However, it did get rejected at that top wick. Let's look at the weekly. Okay. Might be a little bit rejected here. Now it's coming in really tight to the drop here. Looks like it's just going to continue lower, doesn't it? It went down and then it went all the way up. Yeah, it went all the way down here, went all the way back up. That's very interesting. It dropped, went up. Now it's dropping more. Yeah, I wouldn't be jumping in front of this one. I would not be jumping in front of this. The 15-minute is going to be the deciding factor. So in 3 minutes, the 15-minute borrow print, and generally, taking breakouts downwards on it work in general. So, but I want to see it come up first and then down. So forming some type of split, some type of top pattern, and then coming downwards for a breakout short. Generally, that works. Because, yes, it is end of trend. However, the swing maturity, which I'm implementing today, swing maturity is of 1. It's young. And that's when to get in. Swing maturity of 0 would be like up here, this one. But swing maturity of 1 for sure here. The swing is down, certainly. So that's what we're looking at. Yeah. So if the 5-minute, booms upwards, let's say. It's possible that it can go up. It is. It's possible. I will take that for an anti-breakout of 12. That's one contract at 08. One contract at 08. It's got a whole nother minute to print here. Look at that come down. Wow. I mean, it got close and then just revolted. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that anymore. Looks like the 15 minutes about to break out. There it goes. Boom, boom, boom. Big break. Big break here. Another big break from here, this low. The swing is down for sure. The swing is down. The swing is down. Now this is a swing maturity of 2. Swing maturity of 2. We're still going to be able to do breakouts, but it's getting close to not. So any swing maturity more than this, downwards, we're not going to be doing breakouts, short. Look at this far-reaching drift here. Here's the 15-minute bar. This is what we were eagerly anticipating. That's good. That's good. I'm going to do breakout bar prevention. 89.75, 89.75. 89.75, 89.50, sure. My stop loss would be at this low. 32. What is it? 83.25. Repeat 83.25. This would be a breakout bar prevention. Here it is. I'd go for a 1-to-1. Look at, oh, we're wanting this thing to turn downwards. There you go. That's good. That's what we want. Here's the rally. Okay, so the swing maturity is 2 right now. Swing maturity is 2. I think in all likelihood it should go down. Yeah, I would just go for a 205 would be my target. That's pretty tough. I'm going to cancel that trade. Let's see here. This thing looks like it might turn down here. I'd rather take this whole wick, honestly. I'd rather take this whole wick, which I will. 208, I'd be short. My stop loss would be at this high. What was that stop? 21.75. I repeat, 21.75. I'm just going to eat 0.5 to 1 if I can. A 0.5 to 1 would be down here at 201.25. I repeat, 201.25. 0.25, yep. Here we go. What would this be called? This would be a 5-minute holding split.
Order filled.
We're in. Take a picture. We're going for a 0.5 to 1 on this. 1524 zone number. That's the 5-minute. This is the 3-minute. Hold on. I think it's likely. But, oh, the 15-minute bar is also where I was looking at. I don't know how many things are on that chart. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, yeah. There it is. Okay, yeah, just take a picture of that one instead. There you go. Okay. That's zone number 1524. We entered this one at 1304. Holding split. This is a 5-minute holding split. Let's do risk reward right now. My risk on the trade is 275. My reward is 135. 275 for 135. For 135. And the risk is 5.4. Or sorry. The risk is 11 for 5.4. This is a classic 0.5 to 1. This is a holding split. 13, it's the width. It's gone 0. Let's describe the trade. It's a 5-minute holding split. Outside local distal line, OE of 1. Protecting free space of 2. Recency is a 2-1. Magnitude is a 2-1 as well. X score is a 1.75. That's it. That's it. Right now it's in anti-breakout territory on the 5-minute. It's not looking good for us, but this is the time to go short, in my opinion. I would add to the position if I could, but I don't add. Adding is not allowed, especially if I'm negative on a position. So it's just, I mean, I don't need more risk than 11 apples, honestly. I'm risking 11. There's no need for more. Look, we're trying to get to 20. That's all. We're trying to get to 20. This is one of those, just, let's just put in work. Let's just do the work. Let's just do what's reasonable. Let's just see what's normal and forget about everything and just trade. Okay? Just look at what is obvious. And I think that this holding split outside local distal line, protecting free space, I mean, it's not a guarantee, but of course it's not a guarantee. But it was stood out to me, so I'm just going to take the trade. That's all I can do, man. It's all you can do. You just keep pushing play. You just keep pushing play. You just keep pushing play. That's all we do, boys. Nearing target here.
Order filled.
There we go. That took a little bit. I don't know when we got out. 21.75. Wait, when we get out? I don't know. We got filled at 01.25. 01.25, which is exactly my limit. Of course they don't give me any change. You think they'd give you change? You must be outside your head, boy. That slippage goes in your favor? You must be outside your head. That slippage goes in your favor. It's true. Actually, that's not true, because I've had slippage go in my favor before. I had a limit order, yeah, to target, kind of like in this situation. I had my limit order, and it just shoots downwards, and like it could not fill me there. And a limit price is at this price or better. So if a limit is to buy, of course, you can buy here or better. So anything underneath is a buy. And I got more money out of it. It's in the live market. So slippage can go for you too. Doesn't have to go against you. Look at this thing just resume, bro. Oh my goodness. Just resumption. Look at the 15-minute. Where's the 15-minute breakout? This is the breakout. What do you want to do? Hello? The swing maturity is a 1. You need to take the breakout. What are you waiting for? Fine, dude. I mean, just look. It's just too obvious. Yes, it's too obvious, but who fucking cares? That's the breakout, man. That's the breakout. You have to take the low. So, take the breakout. Yes, sir. Aye, sir. If it breaks out, it's got another 5 minutes. Got third of his life left in this 15-minute bar. Yeah, I'll remove some of these lines. I'm happy to do that. This holding split has gone 1.25 to 1. Let's just leave it be right now. The swing maturity here. Is a 2. Swing maturity is 2. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you? I'm definitely bearish on this. I don't know how to do it. How can I get in short? You know, how can I get in? Right? How can I get in? I was already in. That's how you can get in. You just hold on to your trade. More than a 0.5 to 1, my sir. Okay, well, other than that, how can I get in? My dude, you just hold on to your trade. That's how you get in. You could take breakout here for sure. That's large enough for me to take. It's not clean, but you can capture a 1-to-1. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. The swing maturity is a 2 for sure. Nearing a 3, which is difficult, but this is the time to go short, I suppose, isn't it? Look at it rally up. Okay, where's the 5 minute? 5 minutes about to hit a protecting extreme here. A protecting extreme would be up here. I'd be in at 206.25. 206.25. I'll be in at 206 for demand open. Here we go. Oh, man, where you at? Where you at? Almost there.
Order
We're in. I got to get out at this high. I got to get out at this high. I'm out here at 14 flat. I'm out here at 14 flat. No more than that for me. 160 risk. 160 risk. I'm holding on to the sucker if I can. 160 risk. I'm holding on to it. 160 risk. The 15-minute bar is what I wanted to see. Look at that 15-minute bar. It was trying to form a breakout short, and then it got ransacked to the upside. But I think that there's some more bears in the mix that could potentially knock this thing lower. And here we go. Here's the low. Do you want to get out at a 1-to-1, or do you want to hold? I'm gonna hold for a 2-to-1. I'm going to hold for a 2-to-1 at 89.5. I repeat, 89.5. 89.5. What's my risk? So my reward is 330. What's my risk? 160 for 330. 160 for 330. Did you plant this trade? Yes, I did. 160 for 330. I repeat, 160 for 330. Let's hold on to this sucker. Do you want to put pivot in the zone? Yes, I do. 160 for 330. Come on, write this down before I forget. Roger that. 160 for 330. 330 divided by 25, which is 13.2 apples. We are going for a 2-to-1, and that's stretching myself. Look, I'm tired of seeing trades go so far in my direction. What are we doing? Am I retaliating? No. I'm just trying to be smart. Enough to be like, this 15-minute bar looks like it wants to break the low. It's formed a good push downwards. We've got another potential entry at this demand open here. I don't mind this trade, and I don't mind holding on to it. Would I risk 6 apples? No. I probably should have gone 4 apples would be correct sizing, but I did 1 full NQ instead of like 6 or 7 MNQ. So whatever. That's what my deal is. My high, I'm moving stop to pivot in the zone. I mean, this is a 50% pivot in the zone here. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. So I'm going to put this at the high, 10.5. We might get out here, 10.5, but it's all right. That's life. $90 risk. Instead of 6.4 apples risk, now we're risking a pivot in the zone of 3.6. 3.6, that's protecting at least some damage to be done, because if this were to work, I think it would turn over, in my opinion. I thought this was going to turn over, and it did turn over. It did do substantial damage here. This demand open absolutely worked. 1-to-1 in my book is working. Any 1-to-1, a trade that goes 1-to-1, one for your risk, that's called working. In my opinion. But 50% pivot in the zone here for sure. 50%. What was my stop on this? My stop was at 14, so I just wanted to see if it was right in the middle. 14's right here. Pretty much a 50% pivot in the zone. Yeah, it's pretty much good. Really well. Well done. Let's describe the trade. It was a 5-minute demand open. Swing maturity is a 2. It's kind of a 1, though. How am I supposed to know that? Demand opens, you don't need to do swing maturity, maybe. I mean, look at it. The swing, it's definitely up, 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 and then boom, this is the birth of a downtrend. It's young. It's young. It's a swing maturity of 1. It has to be. It has to be, man. Swing maturity of 1. It's got to be. It's got to be. I mean, it's not a 0. It's a solid 1. This is protecting free space as well. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Protecting free space of, looks like 3. Yeah. Oh, X score on the demand open was 1.25 is the X score on that. Roger that. That's the only thing. It's protecting free space. The swing maturity, so that birth of that trend here is in by no means past high school. He's in middle school right now. This trend downwards. He's in middle school, elementary school maybe. Nah, he's past cursive. He's in like 5th grade. Look at this trend upwards. This trend upwards. This shit's, she's elderly. Elderly, I tell you. Then this downtrend, she was just now learning cursive. That's what I'm talking about. So we're short in anticipation of the downtrend. In anticipation primarily off this 15-minute chart. Look at this 15-minute. Oh, it's printed. Never mind. Now it's forming demand. However, if it can push a little bit lower, the 30 minutes breaking, I think it's fine. Just hold on to it. You could hold on to it for the whole thing, but no, I'm not. I don't do that. I get out. It's just what I'm doing. What makes me worse? Okay. There's pain when you miss out on profit, and then there's pain when you have profit. No, wait. There's pain when you have profit, and then it goes away. And then there's pain when... Hold on. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. So, I like to get out early. Because if I can get like a little bundle, I don't think that I'm that greedy, honestly. If I have a little bit to make me comfortable, I don't need everything for myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need this massive profit. I don't need a massive profit. If I can get just a little chunk, I'm honestly happy. The neighbor can have a gigantic chunk. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not that you know, jealous FOMO type of person. I know many people are, and it just makes you a different trader. If you're that kind of trader, then you're gonna probably want to hold on to your trades for those big long trades. So if it goes really far, let's say I just got out, right? I got out at a 2-1. That's a lot for me. I can tell you that. But if I get out, if someone were to go and do the same thing, and it's still going, now it's going to 3-1, they can be pulling their hair out at this point. Ugh. And if it drops this low, it's likely going to break this low anyways. If this thing continues down and let's say breaks the daily low, that red line, way lower, I mean, can you imagine the torment it's causing someone who's having who's really difficult to deal with FOMO? You missed out on that. Oh my gosh. I have a little bit of that problem, but it's like a level 3 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It really is not crippling. What's crippling is if I'm holding on to that, let's say I'm holding my targets way down here, daily low or something, like, yeah, let's go. And then it comes up and breaks me out, and I'm like, I have nothing to show for it. I literally put this tiny little rectangle up there, and I had a small stop, and it freaking worked 3-1 for my money, and I got nothing out of it. That's brutal, dude. For me, that's a fucking stab, or that's a bullet right through my shoulder. Missed all the vitals, but just right fucking through my shoulder. Just a hole there. It's like, ow. You know? So, I found that fuck holding targets big. I don't care, bro. I really don't. I can go for a 2-1, and I'm happy. Truly. I'm really, truly, honestly happy. I'm sincerely happy with a little bit of a 2-1, and that's stretching it for me. Look, that's my theory. Look at this anti-breakout just happen right now. That's interesting because the 15-minute doesn't look... Oh, sorry, the 30-minute. The 30-minute, this is not the time for an anti-breakout, is it? The swing maturity is protecting free space of 3. No, 2, but still. This is the time for a breakout. I'm intrigued why this is coming up. In all reality, I would think that it would go down. I would think. Whatever. Who knows what I think? Who knows? Who cares? We're up 18.6 apples. So we need 2 apple trade. I'm going to go half size on the next trade. I don't care what it is. I'm going to half size it. Yeah, I don't know what it'll be. We're going to do our best. And now it's coming down. Okay, so if it breaks out lower, would you go short? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going short. And I'm going for a 0.5-1 because this is a massive zone. This is a very, very large zone. What's the 3-minute? 369, 258, 147. It's got one more minute to print. This could honestly print lower. Let's take a look at that. This is 16.75. Hold up for me. Hold up. I'm going to go for just a 0.5-1 here, half size, risking 2.7 apples on the trade. 2 apples. So 2 contracts at the low, and then we buy it back right here. We'd buy it right back right there. So 2 apples at the low. Let's go ahead and do that. 2 apples. 2 contracts. 2 contracts at 80 flat. 2 contracts at 80 flat. And my stop loss would be at this high, 98. Look, I know it's obvious going down, but I don't really care. I've taken, trying to, buy it. Fuck it. It's fundamentally going down. It's forming a drop base drop, and if it breaks the low, I don't care if it's so far low, you know. The 5 minutes, it would be a breakout. The 5 minutes a breakout. So let's see it.
Order filled.
And we're in. My target needs to be placed. My target needs to be placed at 71.75. 71.75. My stop is already in place. My stop's $72 to make 32. 72 to make 32. 72 to make 32. It looks like I got tricked here. 72 to make 32. Is that correct? Correct. 72 to make 32. Roger that. 72 to make 32. 72 to make 32. All right. 72 to make 32. Hold on. 72 to make 32. To make 32. Now that's 1.3 apples. Look at that. Okay, so we got in at 1325. Zone number 1526. Is that correct on that OneNote? Correct. Everything's aligned. Great. This was a breakout on the 5-minute. Now the swing was the swing maturity is 2 for sure. And yeah, it's in trend. It's in trend. No doubt. It's in trend. I think. Yeah. Okay. So that's my deal. Look, I'm not even asking for that much lower, but hey, that's what happens when you take breakouts. They can basically trick you on the dot. And then that would be, I would take an anti-breakout on it. But this wasn't the case. Anti-breakouts you're supposed to take if it's in a downtrend and the market goes upwards. Then you take an anti-breakout short to break the low once again. And just continue that trend downwards until it doesn't work. Right now we're taking the breakout. Why are we taking the breakout? Because the 15-minute, or excuse me, the 30-minute was breaking out. If you look at the 30-minute, you could say that as well. Protecting free space of 3. Look, 2. Sorry. Still, it doesn't matter. It's protecting a huge amount of free space. And that's anytime that happens, anytime this happens, that's a large amount of free space. Actually, that's a 3. No doubt that's a 3. So, there you go. So, and then the swing maturity again is a 1. Swing maturity is a 1 on that one. So, I don't find any reason not to take the short, in my opinion. I like it. I like it. Oh, and we came really close here. It's still the trend's lower. It's trend's lower. I get it, but we came real close. We got 0.25 to 1 now. Our target's at a 0.5 to 1. Again, we have probabilities on our side. Fuck the market and all their bitches. Fuck all. Put the probability on your side. You're risking $70 to make $30. Likely to win. More likely to win. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think the chart looks like. It doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't matter. I don't think that it doesn't matter. You know, I'm risking 3 apples to make 1.3. Likely to win. Even if I know nothing, you know. But as I say it, it's turning around, but it's okay. I'm only risking 2.9 apples. Where's the pivot in the zone? Breakouts don't have a pivot in the zone. They won't have a pivot in the zone at this point, so just leave it be. Yeah, that's it. just one rainy day. It's just one really, really rainy day. Man, well, it's supposed to lighten up at the end. This is it. Okay. All right, so this is an anti-breakout. So anytime a breakout goes like this, and the trend is completely down, right? The trend's down. The swing maturity here, the trend maturity, in my opinion, is a level of 2. It's not 0. It's not 1. It's 2. And it's not quite elderly. You know, it's going to have to go pretty far down here to make sure if this trend continues just lateral like or longitude like this and continues down like this all the way down here, that's 3 at that point. That's 3. Yeah. There's the breakout though. And then here's the anti-breakout, this little high. Now if it breaks that low like it's about to do here, looks like it. That just confirms that it's a downtrend. And boom, there you go. So the anti-breakout just happened. That means right here you should move stop to pivot in the zone. And you're holding on to this as this trend really falls away. You could remove your target and just leave it go, but I have a target, and that's what I'm doing. You can't I don't know. You can't argue with it. Whatever. My pivot in the zone here is this high. 93.25 should be my stop now. 93.25. I'm risking $54. 54 is 2.2 apples. Piz. 2.2 apples. What a difference. I don't know. I just feel a lot more comfortable now. Just a lot more comfortable. 25% pivot in the zone and now a 75% pivot in the zone. That anti-breakout is a place where you could have added on here. That's a big move down. This is substantial. You could hold on to it for 0.75. Do you want to stretch it? Do you want to stretch to 0.75 to 1? Yeah. 69.25. 69.25. I'm in it. 0.75 to 1. $42. I'm stretching myself, man. I'm stretching it. 1.7 apples. 1.7 apples. 1.7 apples. 1.7 apples. 0.5R, 2.75R. Nicely done. 1.3 apples to 1.7 to 1.7 apples. Okay. All right, so I did just change that. I allow myself to change targets anytime I want to. Just not stop losses. Right. I went from a 0.5 risk reward to a 0.75. Instead of making 1.3 apples, I made 1.7. Really not a big deal. But I liked it because I could see it running. I could see the trend running, and that anti-breakout really in front of me on the 3 minute. I mean, just kind of just floods the factor. It's like, all right, this thing is a confirmed downtrend. You can hold it more than just a little bit, you know. But really, it's not much of a big deal. I mean, 0.75 to 1. It's really not a big deal. All right. Okay. Oh, did breakout bar prevention happen on this 5-minute bar? Where's that 5-minute? The 5-minute, where we got in right here. No. I don't think. Yeah. No, breakout bar prevention didn't happen. Yeah. The holding split. Yeah, everything's good, man. Everything is good. It's gone 0.75 to 1, and let's just leave her be. We're at 20.3 apples. Holy shit. I don't get it. Sometimes it's just absolutely destroys me. And I can't buy a win, bro. I can't even freaking buy a win. But somehow, some way, this afternoon session, oh, now it's all good. I think I did some research after I lost. That would be 3 losing sessions in a row. Deep losses, like negative 48 apples and then negative 42.9 apples. I mean, these are humongous losses. That's that's 100 apples, let's say. No. Yeah, let's say 100, whatever. That's significant, dude. So what the hell's going on? So I looked at the research. I looked at all my trades, and I'm like, what am I doing fucking wrong here? I'm taking breakouts or anti-breakouts, and I mess these up all the time because they're completely symmetric trades. What's long in an anti-breakout is what's short in a breakout. They're exactly the same, except you switch long versus short. Okay, so I'm missing when to take these, and I found something that I never really had in my thoughts is the maturity of the trend. So the maturity of it on whatever time frame we're trading. And I found that a vast majority, I mean, it's pretty clear in the data. I looked through a bunch of the pictures. It's pretty clear that that the swing maturity, I'm just going to I call it swing maturity, okay? Trend maturity, swing maturity, I don't care. Swing maturity. The swing is down, right? Maturity, if it's like right here, let's say, like this is the breakout, right? Boom, the break of this low, like right there, I'm going short. This down move, I mean, was born. Like, he's in feeding tubes or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not even a downtrend whatsoever, right? And that would be a swing maturity of 0, okay? I can see the age of it, right? But if, let's say, this one down here, which is another drop-based drop, so there's 2 drop-based drops, one right here with a swing maturity of 0, one right here with a swing maturity of 1, okay? This is 1. This is a good move down. Now the swing maturity is 1. He's a little bit of a toddler, okay? Vast majority of the time that I lost on anti-breakouts was when I was trying to buy this. I was trying to buy this break. So it goes downwards. I'm like, oh, it's breaking out lower. It's perfect time for an anti-breakout. This is the time actually to take the breakout. Whoa! Whoa, wait, why? I don't know why. I cannot tell you why. I don't know the answer to why. But all I can say is that through a shit ton of my pictures, there is a correlation that appears. The correlation is that when when a swing has just begun, that's not a good time to take the breakout. Okay, this one happened to work. It went down, but do not take this long. As you can see, it broke the low and it almost came back up. I don't know. Okay, this is not the time to take the anti-breakout. It's the time. Oh, sorry. This is not the time to take the breakout down. It's the time to take the long for the anti-breakout, for the uptrend to continue. But no, it chooses down. Boom! That down move. This is protecting free space of 2 now. This is some amount of free space. This is a swing down. Now, this at this point in time is a swing maturity of 1. And that's the time to take the breakout. Right here, this bubble right here, that's the breakout you got to take. That's the one you take. That's the one. That has positive expectancy. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. What the fuck does a guarantee mean? I don't know. I mean, based on the stats that I'm looking at, based on the pictures, there is a correlation that appears, and I'm not biased. I don't fucking care. The breakouts versus anti-breakouts, I've literally made it so symmetric that I could care less which way it goes. I really don't care. I want whatever profit that I can manage out of it. That's all I care about. So I can tell you that this one happens to work a lot of the times. When that swing maturity is of 1, when he's in elementary school, then you take the trade. Then you buy the breakout because elementary school, he's past infancy stage. Okay, infants die sometimes because they're just so weak. I don't think we should relate it to humans. Maybe, but I don't know the lifespan of any fucking other creature. So it's going to have to be humans. So when a hatchling, they're weak. Sometimes they get fucking problems and sometimes they pass away. So that's what happens. You don't want to take a long, you don't want to take a short when the trend looks like this. This right here. That picture, it looks enticing. Oh, okay, this the end of the trend. In this case, it did happen, okay? It did, obviously, and you can get the most risk reward ever out of it because you're literally finding the top. However, it's risky because it's still in the hospital. It was just born. It's freaking wet. It's wet still. I mean, it needs to be toweled off. That's how early this fucking trend is. So this one down here, though, it has... this move significantly changes the ball game, okay? Significantly, because it's protecting free space now, and it forms a drop and a base, and now it comes up. Here's your breakout line right there. You can take that. That's a holding level creation right there. Boom. Take the short, have this as your stop. And it's easy to say this ahead of the game, but I just took one in real time. I just took one. I just took one right here in the 5-minute. This is a 3-minute. However, this is it's no longer an infant, you know. It's in kindergarten or so on, so forth, which means a swing maturity of 1. Okay. And that they don't die anymore. They don't die as frequent because they're past kind of the stage of like, oh, what's going to happen? Now they're in a stage of like, this thing might happen. So let's take a look at current price, okay? Let's take a look at current price. Let's forget about hypotheses and shit like that. Let's take a look at current price. And let's go down here. This went to a 0.75 to 1 and turned around. Interesting. Okay. Let's go switch to simulator and continue the rest of the session. And I want to test these theories out as we go. I got to do some accounting. We're done at 1340. Repeat 1340. All right. And this is the sim session. Cool. Risking 80 apples to make 20. Cool. All right, let's continue. So what's going on right now? Well, it's just now breaking out, but remember, it's similar to this breakout up here. This is an infant. Look, this right here is an infant. It's a swing up. Yes, there's no doubt this could create a trend upside. However, it's not the time to take the breakout, unfortunately, until it can prove itself a little bit more, right? He's growing. He is protecting some free space underneath here. And on the 5 minute, you can see it. But this breakout right here, boom, right there, it's just so, it's a swing maturity of 0. Swing maturity of 0. Okay. Now, this is the breakout you take. This is the breakout you take. Here we go. So, go ahead and take the breakout. I'm going to go long at the high. I'm long at the high. All right, 93.75. 93.75, okay? I'm long at the high for the breakout. This is it. This is what I'm looking for. And I tell you what, I'm going to have to go to a new chart because there's just so much lines on that shit that I can't fucking see. The lines on that stuff that I can't effing see. That's better. 93.75. I'm in long. Yeah, that's fine with me. If this thing's going to break out, the 5 minute looks great. The 5 minute looks like, look, I'm forgetting about, I don't really care what's happened really to the left here. This is a swing down. Yeah, I understand that. All I care about, if I'm taking along here, what's the maturity of this swing? This swing maturity is just barely a budding 1. Just barely a budding 1. Swing maturity of 1, just barely. And that's the time to take the breakout and you hold on to the sucker. You hold on to it. My stop loss is going to be 85.50. I repeat, 85.50. And just hold on to it. It might not work. Look, I don't think it's always going to work. But I can tell you that based on the pictures, I have a lot more confidence. Oh my goodness. I have so much more confidence. So much more confidence because I've looked at a shit ton of pictures. Not a shit ton, but a decent amount of pictures that say that's actually the time to take the breakout, not the anti-breakout. So, and whether we win 2/3, or 60% of the time, doesn't matter because that is technically just technically what is it? Positive expectancy. So I think this one might lose. Here we go. Lost. So that's the breakout, and we lost that one. I didn't check how much exactly we had on the line. Let's mark that. 8.25. I did one contract. Yeah. No, I was gonna go for like a 2-to-1, or maybe a 3-to-1, honestly. So 2-to-1, let's say. Yep. So 6.6 apples. Yep, $177. Yeah, 7.1 apples. Yep. I was gonna get 13.5 or something like that. Zone number 1527. 1. Okay, if this breaks out again, yeah, I'm taking along. I'm taking along at the high. 93.75 again. I know that one. Taking along at the high again. Hold on. I just want to take a picture and then.
Order filled.
I'm in long. It just did some trickery. Here. I am in long again. In at 1348. Oops. My stop loss needs to be set. My stop loss would be at this low, which is 84.50 RP. 84.50. Oh my gosh, is it going to do it again? 190 risk. 190 risk. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. This is perfect. I don't get it. I don't get why not. This is perfect. I'm fine with this. 190 risk. I'm fine with this. Look at the 3 minute. 3 minute doesn't look the best. Am I getting confused? What's confusing? What's confusing? I don't see anything confusing. 8.75. Oh man, horrible print for us. This doesn't look good. It'd still be long at the anti-breakout though of this trend. When's the good time to take anti-breakouts? Early, but the swing maturity is so little. I cannot get enough. I mean, it's so little, the swing maturity. It's 1, maybe 0.5. That's what the swing is. Swing upwards. I'm going to say it's 1, protecting free space of 1. Swing maturity is 1. All right. Same thing here. Whether it's in trend, out of trend, doesn't really matter. And I'm out. And I'm long again. Hold on. I know it's crazy. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I have a plan. It's an anti-breakout. Take a picture. Take a picture. I gotta take a picture of this first. Oh my goodness. Hold on to it. 1529. Oops. 1529. You gotta take another picture. Hold on. Down here. It was to this high, I believe. Nope, this one. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. Perfect. And it happens to be 9.25. Where's my stop? Hold on. I'll print it. 5 minute. 15 minute looks fine. 15 minute looks like it can. Hold on. I know. I'm going. Where's my stop? Well, my stop is going to be 75 flat. 75 even, please. There you go. 225 risk. I repeat, 225 risk. I'm holding on to the sucker. I don't care what they say, man. It's gone 1-to-1 here. This is NQ long. This is a anti-breakout. And now this is entered at 1352. This looks great. It looks great. It really does. This was a 5-minute anti-breakout. It's a 5-minute 2-bar bubbling base. End of trend, right? Yep. Swing maturity is 0. Now, the swing maturity here, swing maturity is 1. Okay. Cool. 0% pivot in the zone. It's gone 1-to-1. 225 risk. I know that one. 9. I repeat, 9 apples risk. No, I'm gonna go for a 2-to-1. I'm gonna go for a 2-to-1. Yeah, a 2-to-1 for sure, which would be a 203.75. 203 which is 350. Which is 14 apples. So risking 9 to make 14. That's not that good. 9.25. Look at this come down. Look at the breakout happen. Wow. The anti-breakout happened, rather. Look at that. Let's see it. The only thing I can think of is not protecting free space. Oh, it's also a 5-minute holding split. End of trend. Protecting free space of 1. Alright, so keep in mind that free space is a huge indicator as well. On the breakouts, breakouts work when it's protecting free space of 2 or 3, not when it's protecting free space of 1. So right now it's protecting free space of 1. However, it's also an anti-breakout. It's both things happening at the same time. So I'm just gonna leave it be. Yeah, so on the sim, we're down 14.1 on the simulator. Yeah, that breakout just munched me. Yeah, the protecting free space is not there. Why don't take breakouts when the protected free space is not there? It's probably a good idea. I was thinking this swing upwards can maintain itself. Go to this one. This is that swing upwards. I was thinking that, all right, this swing upwards can work. We can actually do some work here. There's a holding split here. There's a holding split here. There's a demand open here that we took. And then there's a 2-bar bubbling base open, which is this one. Yeah, right here. Which is about to get destroyed if it goes up any further, which is fine. It went 0.75 to 1, nothing more. Nearing a 1 to 1. Yeah, it's closer to 0.75. So we are long right now off an anti-breakout on this chart. Happens to be a demand open on the 15-minute as well. Which is included. There you go. But the 5-minute also happens to be a holding split under there. Also happens to be the anti-breakout. My target would be just above that high. Oh, X score? No. It already happened. I mean, it already happened. Anti-breakouts are always measured to the 1 to 1 risk reward. So we're fine on that. Well, we're down 14 apples. If this trade goes well, that's a 14 apple trade, so we'd be at 0 in the simulator. We'd be at 0 if this thing gets to 2 to 1 right here, up there. Now, let's go back to our main chart. So this one, I'd like this thing to get done, so then I can exit the trade. Here's the longs. So on the day, keep in mind this thing went pretty low on the day. It went all the way down to here on the day. So I know there's a ton of lines there, but oh my gosh, I can't even see the day. I can't. I literally can't. So I'm gonna have to do that later. Here we go. Here it's about to break. You can see the day on this chart. Here's the day. It came really close to that low, but not breaking it. It came really, really close, and it's popping up barely. It's getting risky here. It's 1 hour left. Is it going to break the low or not? Is it going to break the low or not? Which is that red line. It's come really close to it. Really close. So, I don't know. I think daily extremities for sure have. It's a good algorithm. I mean, when a day is established, let's say like when it's made a low and it's made an established high, when the average true range is like, let's say, within 1 plus 1 or minus 1 standard deviation, when it's created some type of normal day, the high and the low seem to be pretty much always a boundary, providing some type of bounce. I honestly think that would be a great algo. Just the daily high and low, when a day is really like established like it is today, and it's 2 p.m., it comes near the daily high and low, you can provide a small bounce and then be done. My stop loss would be obviously at the low. Just grab a small, tiny little bounce. If it gets near, let's say, 25% of the daily range low, 25%, split it all in fourths, put this one, and go up to, so let's say 25. You don't have to go all the way up to the middle. 25 to, let's say, 33%, or 20% of the lat. So this one went 20% of the zone. You can do that. 20% of the range. Let's actually see how far this went. I'd like to know. Let's see. 25, 50. Oh, no. We got to do 75 and 50. Okay, so 25%. It went within 15% of the zone, or with the low at this point. I would do, let's say 25%, so you can actually get in majority of trades. And my target would be halfway between 25 and 50, which seems to be 33 or something like that. Oh, 12.5. So what's 25 plus 12.5? 37%. Okay, sure. Let's say 7%. So down to 25 to 37. I bet that would work so often. So gosh darn often. It's a 0.5 to 1. And I would think it would win more than 66% of the time, which it would have to do. Oh yeah, we can close this one now. Let's tell me, this one was a 1529. No. It was 1526 breakout. That one's closed. You can delete it. It went 0.75 to 1. I'm glad because I got out at 0.75 to 1. That was the last trade in the live. Half size. Love it. Love the half size. Love it. Let's see here. Yeah, this anti-breakout's still working on it, but it's just not quite gotten to a 2 to 1. My target's at a 2 to 1. It's having a hard time getting there. It's gone 1.5 has, yeah. That's substantial. No. So it went 1 to 1 and now 1.5 to 1. And it went 0% pivot in the zone, but then in order to get 1.5 to 1 out of it, you'd have to allow 50% pivot in the zone, which makes a difference when I'm doing some studies, just gathering some data points. Okay, yeah, this thing's interesting. It's not protecting any free space, so that's primarily not to take a breakout, but it certainly looks inviting. It certainly looks inviting to take a breakout. I can tell you that. It looks inviting. I think like it's ready to go. Unfortunately, that means I should probably go short instead of long. Very cool. All right, this thing is nearing target. Very close now, which would be substantial in this session here. Very substantial. If I can get to 20 in the simulator too, I think, fuck it, I can be done on the session. That'd be great. Actually, that's really far away though, so almost jumping here. It needs to jump a little bit more here. So look at that breakout. This is interesting. So this is going to be the demand right now. This entire box is going to be buying, protecting this daily low from being squashed. So the daily low is right here on this daily chart, protecting that chart from getting squashed. It'll be interesting, the final showdown at the end of the day. It's probably going to make a pull, a push or whatever down into that.
Order filled.
We're out. Nice trade. That's positive 14 apples on the day, or on that trade. It's gone 2-1 now. Now, we're at break even on the simulated session. So that's how quickly, man, I mean, this is a big trade and I'm still only at break even. So that's what losing can do to you. Any type of loss, really. This is the anti-breakouts. I don't know if they're going to be involved here because the anti-breakouts, so the swing maturity is down. The swing is down, right? The swing maturity is, on the long side, the swing maturity is 0. It's just a baby right now. So that's the time to take a short. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm going to end the session slightly early. End the session. I'll give it 5 more minutes. 5 minutes. For my own, I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely. This is not protecting any free space. This is not the time to take a breakout long. Absolutely not. No. This is the time right there. That's the time. So that means take the anti-breakouts, right? Is that right? Is that not necessarily true? By my side. I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely. And nobody. Look at that free space. There we go. Hello. All right, so that's substantial, right? That's a breakout. That's a very strong move upwards. That's a very strong reversal where it's low wicks, high, low wick, high, low wick, high. These are crucial, very crucial. So this is strong, man. Yeah, nothing to say about it, except this is not protecting free space of 3 if I'm going to take a long. The swing maturity at this point in time is for sure a 1. For sure a 1. So I suppose that's the time to take a breakout, isn't it? It is. Facing you. Ain't no one around the matter see. Happy but now so lonely. All right. Look at that come down now. Nobody on my own. I'm long for an anti-breakout. On my phone, stop raining, come on home. Rain to shout, work it out. I'm crazy, I'm so lonely. I'm alone. All right. I'm going to take a stop loss at 89.25 because that's where I'm supposed to have it. 145 bucks risk. 145 for 105 for 215. 105 for 215. How did I manage that? 105 for 215. Oh, we got a fantastic price on that. 105 for 215. Mr. Lonely. Market order coupon. Minus 25% off. Dun, 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 dun. 14.13. Ooh, it's tanking. Oh boy. Yeah, it's uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And they say, oh, I rap about bitches and champagne. You would too if every night you seen the same thing. Money, water, wild, young famous nigga. Spend it all when you die, you can't take it with you. Bottle of rose from drinking with you. Cause most niggas broke, they bankers injured. Them bitches gon' ride with who they think's a winner. And I'll be smiling in case they take a picture. I'm smoking weed, drinking liquor, make 100 off the show and spend it all on my niggas. When I go shopping, I tell them pick one. Cause they was with me when nobody seen the vision. Always about my business, don't play the cards. I talk to the niggas who deal them. World flush. Now look up the niggas and baby girl, you'll see us, yeah.
No, I'm wait for another day. I'm gonna blow it all away. Gone, 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 gone. I'm gone, 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 gone. Do you really think that's the high? No. I don't think that's the high, so that's why I bet on it not being the high. But who knows? That looks really good for me.
Most of these niggas just talk.
I can tell you that this has not really any free space. This is not the move that I want long, you know what I'm saying? It's not smooth. So no breakouts. That's only anti-breakouts if I'm going to go long on it. Especially anti-breakouts with a swing maturity of 0. When this thing's turning like this, turning lower, this is just now a maturity of 0, and it's forming a comeback bar, which is that middle red bar right there. Forms a high wick, comes down, breaks the low. It was all green at one point. So that's why it looks powerful as a high, which tricks people into shorting it. And in my opinion, they get swamped. That's why I went long. But hey, it might work. Almost done. I'm going to be done on the day right now. So this is a simulator anyways. I'm going to wait for this trade to go, but I'm going to turn off stream, and then tomorrow we've got just the afternoon session. That's it. All right.